Oh hi, welcome to my latest video. Well, on this one, I'm going to sort of fill a gap. When I had the Black Friday stuff go on, I did a thing at Micro Center, and there was some trips I did there before that. I've been starting to buy parts for my next build. It'll be a replacement for my content creator PC, the one that I currently have downstairs in my den, not here in the studio. Not sure if I'll change that or not, but I'd like to get the build done first and then make the decision at that point. May have to make some modifications to my desk down there because of the size of the system, but we'll see. So let me show you some of the things that I have here. And one thing that I'm missing, just to let everybody know ahead of time, is I don't have the cooling solution chosen yet for the CPU. When you see the CPU, you'll see why I'm a little concerned about that. I haven't decided yet because it'll be at least a 360 AIO, possibly the same one I used in my other build, my virtual machine build, but we'll see. But I'm leaning now heavily towards going to a custom water cooling solution. Or what I might do is, I heard about somebody building a PC and putting it into an old freezer and not even having a solution like that. Putting a window on the side of it, cutting it out. I could do that, right? Well, I guess I'm mostly kidding on that, but I wouldn't be surprised if some other creator out there doesn't catch on to this and decide to build one like that. Whether it's something that they actually use professionally or not, we'll have to see. But let me go through some of the things that I bought on Black Friday, before Black Friday, and within a couple of days afterwards, still within the Cyber Monday area of timing. So the first thing is, let me talk about the CPU that I bought. That's what I'm started off with. And what I decided to get, and it's not even opened yet, is the Intel i9 14900K. Okay? Very similar, except it's got a silver little plastic case that looks like a wafer. Just, I guess that's how they make the chips, right? Just like with the 12 Gen one that I had, but I think that one was gold. So I expect the same thing. It's still a 1700 socket. Some people have been wondering about that, whether or not that would work on an existing motherboard, let's say a Z790, and it does. Z790 can support 12th Gen, 13th Gen, and now some people refer to it as just a 13th Gen refresh, the 14th Gen as well from Intel. So with that in mind, let me tell you about the motherboard that I got, because I did get a new one, and that was more in the Cyber Monday arena, and I put a little bit of extra cost into it that I normally would not put into a motherboard. I bought the ASUS ProArt Creator motherboard. Now, there's a lot of nice features to this. I'm not going to go through them all here, but things like having onboard 10 gig networking, in addition to onboard 2.5 gig networking. It also has support for Thunderbolt 4 for connecting it up to a high-end video monitor that supports Thunderbolt 4. So they have the special adaptation capability within the motherboard itself. It's got a lot of I/O. That's really what makes the Creator motherboard line, not just from ASUS, but from others as well, an important thing. If you're going to use it for creating videos, there's certain things you're looking for. Generally, it's a lot of I/O. Capacity and speed. And that's what the main advantages of this Creator motherboard is supposed to give me. Okay. Then, first thing I wanted to get was the memory. So now this I got the day before Cyber Monday, but it's still a very good price. I got it on sale, full disclosure. I bought not just 64, but 128 gig of 5600 speed memory from G.SKILL, the Ripjaws. Similar to the ones that I have in my VM build, where I put in the slower version of this, I think the 5200 speed, but it's the same type. There's no RGB or anything on it. It's just pure black, which is fine. All I'm hoping for is that I'm able to get 128 gigs to work at full XMP speed. Now, I understand this motherboard has some advanced features with XMP that may be able to make sure that that works out for me, but we'll find out. And then finally, in terms of the parts that are going to go inside the case, I got myself a Western Digital Black 4 terabyte M2 SSD, NVMe. And this thing is supposed to go at a pretty good speed in the range of like 7.3 gig. So we'll have to see if that's the kind of speed that I get out of it. This motherboard supports Gen 4 M2s. It doesn't support the new Gen 5s, but that's okay. I wasn't planning on getting one of those anyway. But it has 4 slots for it, the 4th Gen M2s. So I can really put a lot of these. Let's say if I decided to get a total of 4 of these, then right there my NVMe would be up at 16 terabytes. Phenomenal. Now I'm also going to probably buy a hard drive to go into the case as well. Not sure exactly how big that'll be, but I'd like to get it of a sufficient size that I can have as a backup for all of my videos that I create while they're being edited, and then for some amount of time afterwards, until I get my new NAS drive system up and running, which won't be until probably around, I'd say, April, May timeframe when I'm going to start working on that. And that's going to be one that'll have like 5 times the size of the disk that my current one has. So look forward to that. But there's one more thing. I did not buy it in Black Friday or Cyber Monday. I tend to buy these things ahead of time because when it comes to the price of these types of devices, it's really unpredictable. Availability and price, both together. So what I have here, where this is all going to go into, with hopefully the custom water cooling solution, is this Corsair 5000D airflow case. It's really big. I would have to back up the camera here for you to see even the whole box. I'm not going to open it up right now. But what I will do is, if anybody wants to see me do a separate review on any one of these components, please could put a comment down below, and I'll probably wind up doing that because there's some interesting things to try. Obviously, a couple of things like the memory wouldn't make any sense to do that with, but maybe the 4 terabyte Western Digital M2, the motherboard for sure, that's got a lot of features to it, and possibly a couple of other things. So we'll have to see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching, and look forward to the next step in the build of this new content creator PC that I'm going to be building. Take care.